Every great player begins with a belief that exists before the world recognizes it, before the stats, before the highlights, before the respect. Donovan Mitchell carried that belief early because from the beginning there were doubts. Doubts about his size, doubts about his position, doubts about whether he could dominate at the highest level. But doubt can do two things. It can limit you, or it can fuel you. Mitchell chose to use it as fuel. Fuel for preparation, fuel for development, fuel for becoming something greater than expectations. When he entered the NBA, he was not expected to take over immediately. But opportunity appears for players who are prepared. And Mitchell was prepared. From his first season, he played with confidence, aggressive drives, explosive finishes, fearless shot selection. He attacked defenders without hesitation, because hesitation is created by doubt. And Mitchell removed doubt through work. Work builds confidence. Confidence builds aggression. Aggression creates opportunity, and opportunity creates results. Mitchell quickly became one of the most exciting young players in the league. But excitement alone does not build greatness. Consistency does. Consistency is built through discipline, through repeating the same habits daily. Training, film study, skill work, conditioning. Mitchell committed to that process. And each season, his game evolved. Better scoring, better decision-making, stronger leadership. But his greatest weapon has always been his mentality. He plays with fearless confidence. Confidence that allows him to take big shots. Confidence that allows him to attack elite defenders. Confidence that allows him to perform in high-pressure moments. Playoff basketball reveals that mentality clearly. In the playoffs, the game slows down. Defenses tighten. Every possession matters. And in those moments, Mitchell thrives because he embraces pressure. Pressure does not scare him. It motivates him. Motivation increases focus. Focus improves performance. Performance builds legacy. Mitchell has delivered some of the most explosive playoff performances in recent history, scoring at an elite level, attacking relentlessly, refusing to back down. But leadership also grows through experience. As Mitchell moved through his career, his role expanded. He became more than a scorer. He became a leader, leading teammates, setting the tone, creating energy. Energy spreads quickly in basketball. When one player competes with intensity, others follow. Mitchell's energy drives his teams. He plays with passion, with emotion, with competitive fire. But he also learned to control that energy, because controlled emotion becomes power. Power used correctly creates dominance. Dominance requires discipline, and Mitchell continues refining his discipline every season, sharpening his decision-making, improving his efficiency, understanding how to control the pace of the game. Because controlling the game is the ultimate goal. But the deeper lesson from Mitchell's journey is this: you do not need to meet expectations. You need to exceed them. You need to believe in your potential before others see it. You need to outwork doubt. Donovan Mitchell built his career on that mindset, and that mindset continues to elevate his game. Now internalize this mindset. You must embrace doubt. You must use it as fuel. You must trust your preparation. Say this internally: I turn doubt into fuel. I attack with confidence. I stay aggressive under pressure. I become unstoppable. Because doubt creates motivation. Motivation creates preparation. And preparation creates greatness. Your mindset is your edge. There is a difference between great players, and players who take over moments. Donovan Mitchell built his reputation by taking over moments. Because in basketball, there comes a time when systems fade. Plays break down, defenses tighten. And someone has to create. That is where mentality takes over. Mitchell understands that the biggest moments require the strongest mindset. Not hesitation, not fear, but attack. Attack the defense. Attack the moment. Attack the pressure. Because pressure reveals who is ready. And Mitchell prepares for those moments long before they arrive. Preparation removes fear. Fear only exists when doubt is present. But when you've put in the work, when you've taken thousands of shots, when you've studied every situation, the moment becomes familiar. And familiar moments build confidence. That confidence is visible in Mitchell's game. Late in games, he becomes more aggressive, more focused, more locked in. He reads defenders quickly, recognizes openings instantly, and once he sees the opportunity, he commits. No hesitation. Because hesitation is the enemy of execution. Execution requires decisiveness, and decisive players control outcomes. But Mitchell's evolution also includes leadership. Early in his career, he was known for scoring. Explosive, dynamic, fearless. But as he matured, he began to understand something deeper. Scoring wins moments. Leadership wins games. Leadership means elevating teammates, creating opportunities, setting the tone defensively, communicating, holding standards. Mitchell embraced that responsibility because true leaders do not wait for the moment. They prepare for it. They demand it. They grow into it. And as he stepped into that role, his teams began to respond. Energy increased. Confidence increased. Competitiveness increased. Because leadership is contagious. When one player believes, others follow. But the most powerful part of Mitchell's mindset is controlled aggression. Aggression alone is not enough. Uncontrolled aggression leads to mistakes, forced shots, poor decisions. But controlled aggression, that is where greatness lives. Knowing when to attack, knowing when to pass, knowing when to slow down, knowing when to take over. Mitchell learned to balance that, to channel his energy into precision, to turn intensity into execution. And that balance is what makes him dangerous, because defenders cannot predict him. He can explode, or he can control. He can attack quickly, or he can slow the game down. That unpredictability creates advantage, and advantage creates dominance. But the deeper lesson from his journey is this: you must decide who you are before the world tells you. You must believe in your ability before others recognize it. You must commit to your identity. Donovan Mitchell decided early that he would be fearless, that he would attack, that he would lead, and that decision shaped his career. Now internalize this mindset. You must attack the moment. You must trust your preparation. You must control your aggression. Say this internally: I attack with confidence. I trust my work. I control the moment. I lead with strength. Because confidence creates aggression. Control creates precision. And belief creates greatness. Your mindset is your edge.